Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 640. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book, but you need some help getting it done, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers, let them know about your book, you're in the right place. Are we sure it's not Monday? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can turn a quote-unquote non-author into a published one. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. One of the biggest defects in life is the inability to ask for help. Robert Kiyosaki. And once again, good morning. Happy Tuesday. See, that's how I know what day it is, by having a daily podcast. So hope everybody's week is off to a good start. And it's a very interesting request, and subsequent conversation came up over the weekend, this past weekend, in the weekly virtual co-working session that my Writers Club Live members get as part of their memberships. So at the start of each co-working session, I like to ask each member what they'll be working on, kind of set an intention for the 2-hour co-working session, especially in case I can help them out or answer questions, anything to do with that, get them off to a good start. Well, on Saturday, one member mentioned that she would be working on her bio, and she was obviously nervous about tackling this task, especially where to start. So I asked her, would it be helpful if I threw together a bio template of sorts and tossed it into the group? We have a private Facebook group to give you a starting point. Well, the answer was yes. Given how she practically leapt through the Zoom screen to give me a virtual hug, I'd say, yeah, that would be helpful for her. And, the thing was, it was super easy for me, mainly because, and many of you might not know this, before I went, quote unquote, all in on book services in 2016, from 2003, when I founded my business, to 2016, my writing agency did all-purpose copywriting. Books included, but also just tons and tons of bios and website copy and press releases, all sorts of all-purpose copywriting, a lot of marketing. So obviously I've written a ton of things like this, especially bios. Therefore, tossing together a bio template was really no big deal for me, but it was definitely a big deal to my member who was obviously stressed about the task ahead. So here's my point. Don't start with a blank white page when you absolutely do not have to do so. I can almost guarantee that someone else before you has done the thing you're trying to do, and you might even know some of these people, whether it's marketing or writing or business or otherwise. Find the tracks in the deep snow ahead of you and walk in them versus going to the trouble of forging a whole new set of tracks when you don't have to. Sometimes we have to, but many times we don't. Ask for help. Find resources, or ask for help finding resources. Don't assume that everything you do needs to be a giant struggle. Ask for help so it doesn't have to be. And that's a big reason I have my Writers Club Live group. That's a paid coaching program, and also my free Facebook group, Inc. Authors. I've tried to put myself out there as much as possible to be a resource for all of you authors out there. It's to make it so that authors like you don't have to struggle as much with doing things you've never done before. That's why I have my podcast here too, to share all the 19 years of lessons I've learned. So my point is, ask for help. Find some tracks in the snow to follow. It's so much easier than trying to go it alone. And then you get to let your footsteps guide the next person behind you. So I hope that is helpful for everyone. As usual, in the show notes, I put a link to my Inc. Authors group on Facebook. Hope you all pop in there and say hello. Let us know as a group how we can support you. And I will also today drop a link to my Writers Club Live group so you can get more information about that in case you need kind of like, it's for people that, you're in Inc. Authors maybe and you need that next level of support. Great group of people. Like I said, I really think one of their favorite parts of their membership is the aforementioned 2-hour virtual co-working session that happens every Saturday. They are getting a lot done in those sessions. So I will drop a note. I cannot speak today. I will drop a link to Writers Club Live in my show notes as well. Thank you for joining me here on your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. Until tomorrow, happy writing.